All right, welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to get into a variety of topics, but of course, we can't start a stream or we can't go live without taking a look at the Tesla market. And there's a couple vehicles. There's a lot of vehicles that I would actually personally buy. I sent a couple of them to my friends already because they are actually good deals. And I'll talk about why they are. And of course, because Tesla seems to have done a Hail Mary, like with 2 days remaining in the month. I guess basically one day they have upped the discounts and there's some good deals out there. So we'll take a look at it. But before we do that, well, let's roll that intro real quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla with the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description, where you can get access to my buying guide, which has links to all the best credit unions and everything to get the best deal on Tesla. Definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. So let us take a look at this. Thanks for joining in, everybody. We are back to our normal setup here. So good to be back. Good to be back home. And so let us take a look at this, right? So this is what we know. A couple changes happened in the past few days. Model 3, they changed the banner up here and it says 7,500 federal tax credit is anticipated to be reduced for the Model 3. And so we know this, right? This hasn't really been too much of a change since. And so it's, if we dive deeper into this, it does look like the Model 3 standard range rear-wheel drive will be losing the 7,500 federal tax credit. And really there's no update on Model 3 or long range, Model 3 performance, really nothing like that, right? And if we take a look at the Model Y side, kind of the same exact story. And I really thought like there was going to be some sort of update today from the IRS, the Treasury, or something of that sorts, but it doesn't look like I was correct on this one. But we've got some drama with the tax credit in the Treasury Department. Maybe they're going to get sued soon, but we'll talk about that later in this stream. But here are the deals. Here are what has actually been released. I mean, we've had demo discounts for a bit already. They've been on the site for at least the past couple weeks because it is the end of the month. It's the end of the first quarter for 2023. And so Tesla wants to sell vehicles. They need to sell vehicles because maybe they're not going to hit a price target at the end of the day, right? So we've got a bunch of Model 3 standard range rear-wheel drive base vehicles that don't really seem like they're demo vehicles, right? 3 miles on this one in Seaside, California, 11 miles on this one in Burbank. And you can see Tesla has basically really enabled the clearance button. I know I've said that a lot, but this time it's for reals, I would say, because we've got $2,000 discounts on a handful of these that are in California. And it really seems like there's no reason why there should be any discount on these. These are 2023 brand new Tesla Model 3s, and they only have 11 miles on this one, 2 miles on this one. So if you're in the California area, it might be an interesting time to try and pick up one of these vehicles. And then if we jump to the Model Y side where it gets even more interesting, you can see there is a handful of Tesla Model Ys with various discounts, anywhere from $2,000, $3,000, even $4,000 off. And this one really stuck out to me. So this is a 2023 Tesla Model Y. I sent this exact one to a friend because you can see it's only got 1 mile on it, which we know is not the actual case. Like when you actually go pick it up, it's going to have like 15, 20, maybe even 30 miles, but it's got a $1,700 discount or $1,770 discount. And of course it's in Fremont, California. And I guess the catch with this one is really, there is no catch. First of all, because it's a 2023 Tesla Model Y performance. So, which, I mean, this is basically the same price as a brand new Tesla Model Y long range with upgraded 20-inch rims. I know it's not exactly the same price, but it's just a tinge off. Like, I mean, if I were to ask a bunch of you in the chat right now that are waiting to buy a Tesla Model Y long range or have just bought one, if you could pay just what, $300 more for a performance version, because that's basically what this is right here. Purchase price of, not purchase price, but MSRP price of $50,000 57,220, and a long range with induction rims, you can see at the bottom of the screen right here, or maybe you can't see, is 56,990. So essentially what, a $250 more, and you get a performance model. Like if I was in the market right now and if I did not have an order and I didn't have one in the queue with a lower locked in price, this would be 100% what I'd be going for, because you get the $70,500 federal tax credit on it, you get the $2,000 CVRP if you're California, or $4,000 in New Jersey, and the list goes on and on and on. So I mean, this one really stuck out to me because that is a great deal. Let me know what your thoughts on it. If you've got a pending estimated delivery date or a estimated delivery that you haven't taken delivery yet, I would try and switch to this exact one if possible. And here's another one. This one has 2 miles on it, so maybe not as good of a deal, but that's basically my threshold. When I look for deals, I want the lowest possible mileage on it with the most maximum amount of discount. And you can see there is something's going on with Tesla. I mean, take a look. I mean, for some of these are 7-seaters, so of course this $1,800 discount is maybe not the best type of deal right there, but definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Here's another one, $1,800 discount, silver with black interior, Model Y Performance in Fremont, California, with another $1,800 discount. Here's another one, blue with black interior, $1,800 discount. So it seems like Tesla really needs to sell these vehicles, or really wants to sell these vehicles, and wants to clear them out with some discounts. So the question is Tesla going to hit their number? Are they at risk of not being able to hit their 400,000 units, I guess, by the end of the first quarter? But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. And so I really thought the IRS and the Treasury were going to come out today and say some sort of news about the $7,500 federal tax credit, but unfortunately they've been a little tight-lipped and they have not said any sort of announcement. But I guess the news kind of still says the same. It says the federal tax credit, the $7,500 federal tax credit, which you don't redeem this year. You get it next year when you file for your taxes next year with like TurboTax, H&R Block, or whatever. You get it next year when you file for it next year, but you buy the vehicle this year. So you have nothing to worry about. I get that question a lot. Like, if I buy the vehicle now, do I file with my taxes this year and get the benefit? No, it's actually next year. So there is, a case there with opportunity costs, because you're waiting that long to get the redemption value on that for that $7,500 back. So that's why using financing partners like Tenet, down below in the description if you want to check out Tenet, to defer that $7,500 off the loan, so you get a monthly or lower monthly payment, or probably supposed to be the lowest monthly payment possible, it can really make sense. So check out Tenet down below in the description. And thank you to Tenet for sponsoring a portion of certain videos throughout every single month. They've been a good partner, and so I'm going to try and get them to do a really cool giveaway, and it might be right in line with their pitch, their angle, and also how we love trying to get the lowest possible rate on financing a Tesla to get low monthly payments. That's my cue. That's my hint to you all for the giveaway that we're going to try and figure this out and work it out for sure. But if you're just joining in, Tesla has hit the clearance button, and they're trying to sell a handful or a ton of vehicles to hit a sales number, and these vehicles have very low mileage discounts. So when low mileage and big discounts, when I see that, it is time to buy, because I want the least amount of miles with the most amount of discount. And so Model 3 standard range, $2,000 discount, I'm in. And Model Y Performance, when I see $1,800 discount right like that, that's basically the cost of a Model Y long range with, of course, the 20-inch induction rim. So good deals in my opinion. Let me know what your thoughts on it. Let me know if you're trying to buy and secure one of these. We're going to jump into our next topic. So I hope everyone's doing well today. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is a Patreon link where you can support the channel, and there's a variety of benefits, but some of them include actually scheduling a call with me, where you can ask me any questions about buying a Tesla, selling a Tesla, or even financing a Tesla. And after you join the Patreon, you get a link to my buying guide, which has links to all the resources that I use to get the best possible deal at the best possible price, including credit unions and banks on that list that all have interest rates lower than Tesla financing, lower than Tesla's 5.59%, which I bet they're going to raise any day. Some even as low as 2.5 to 2.9, 3%, or even 3.5%, which is actually really easy to get. But definitely check it out if you're interested. Link down below in the description, the Patreon link, or even the YouTube join link if you want to go that way instead. All right, water break. Thanks for joining in, everybody. We've got a new mic arm setup. I know in the past, the last week we had a lot of issues, so we just ordered one on the Amazon. So thank you for joining in and bearing with us. And as you can tell, we are back home again, and so it's always a little bit comfortable to stream at this setup because everything is already preset, and there's no reset up of all the different features or anything like that. But D Hong, welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Hopefully you're enjoying your Tesla. Crusher, Danny, welcome back. Patel, thanks for coming in. Ranjan, J-Bay, Rick, Crusher, thank you all for coming in. Thank you all for joining. We're gonna get into a variety of topics. It's gonna get pretty interesting because this one topic has everything to do with the tax credit, and it seems like the tax credit might be at risk. But we'll talk about that one a little later. So in this next topic, it looks like Ford is having a tough time selling electric vehicles. And they've just increased the price of their one electric vehicle, specifically the F-150 Lightning, by $20,000. So the words, in the car industry or in the sales industry, I feel like they say, or in really in nail sales, they say like bait and switch. And maybe this is not the true bait and switch, but they did say one thing, and now the prices are going up, which maybe it's not their fault. Maybe they underestimated or who knows, right? But we'll definitely jump into it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best behind Tesla at the best possible price, or just getting really good financing. So definitely check it out, or definitely hit that subscribe if you are interested. So shout out to Sario Merritt. He posted this, and of course I liked it. Ford is hiking prices of the 2023 Ford F-150 Lightning again, this time by 7% or $4,000. New entry level starting price was $61,869. Original 2022 launch starting price was $41,769. And so that's interesting, right? Because the original Ford F-150 Lightning price, when it first came out, it was definitely a shocker. And I tried to try and find one when vehicles started hitting the lots, but it was very, very, very hard to secure one. Because if dealers had it, they couldn't sell it because Ford kind of limited on them. They wanted to make sure it was a lockdown test drive vehicle. And then on top of that, if they did want to sell it, they would put you on a waiting list. And of course, it was $10,000, $20,000, maybe even $30,000 over MSRP, which that's kind of the tough thing, right? With dealers like this, because there is that dealer in between the manufacturer with being Ford, they can kind of sell whatever they want to increase the price. But of course, I guess that could outskirt or a bunch of like flippers at the end of the day as well. But here's another post from Tez Calendar. Wow, the 2023 Ford Lightning Pro starts at $60,000. And so, now we're going to this interesting landscape, right? We've got Ford F-150 at starting price $60,000, but really most of them I feel like are built out at $80,000 to $100,000. We've got Rivian, where we've tried to get on the list. We are on the list, but they basically, to order it, it really only is at a starting price of $99,000 to $100,000. So that's also really tough. And then, of course, Tesla, which also put a really low price when they announced the truck, 3, 4, even 5 years ago? I don't even know at this point. Put on a screen of $40,000. But of course, we all know Tesla's MO. They never come out with the cheapest vehicle first. They always start with the highest vehicle first. And so that's probably going to be the tri-motor or the quad motor. And so the initial price with that's what everybody is trying to figure out. Because now that the Ford F-150 is $60,000, does Tesla come in at 69? Do they come in at 70, maybe $80,000? Because there still is a federal tax credit on all vehicles for sedans and SUVs, but you have to have a purchase price for trucks and SUVs under $80,000. And so would it be a prime opportunity for Tesla to kind of come in with a lower price vehicle under $80,000 so people can take advantage of the $7,500 federal tax credit? or do they not need to because initial hype on the vehicle, it won't need to have that 7,500 federal tax credit? But let me know what your thoughts on it. Let me know what you're thinking. It's pretty interesting to see a massive price increase like that, all the way up from what they originally wanted to come out with. But who knows? Like maybe after they sell more vehicles, after they lock in profits, right, for the Ford EV program, they can reduce the price back down to $40,000 at the end of the day. But I've never seen or I've never been in a Ford Lightning. I've been near them, but I would love to get one and drive one if I ever get the opportunity to really test it out at the end of the day. But we're speaking on that. We test drove an EQS today, and we'll talk about that because it was interesting. But we're going to jump into our next topic. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link, so definitely check it out. Link down below in the description. But if you're just joining in, welcome. It seems like Tesla has released really good deals on the Tesla Model 3 and Model Y. We've got Model 3 right here, $2,000 discount with only 3 miles on it. So it's basically a brand new vehicle, or brand new vehicle. I mean, demos are one thing, but a demo with 3 miles on it, that is essentially new to me. And then we've got Model Ys, also 3 miles on it. Here's one with a long range with 7-seater with 1,800 miles. But this one really stuck out to me. Model Y Performance, or 2 Model Y Performances, 3 miles on it for basically the price of a Model Y long range with induction rims. So if you're looking for the best value vehicle right now, in my opinion, because the Model Y Performance has never been this low, it's never been at this price, this is the deal to get, in my opinion. But you could have other focuses or other initiatives on that. But we're going to jump into our next topic. Hopefully, let me know what your guys' thoughts on these deals, because the deals are out there, and we've got 1 day left in the month, 1 day left in March, and 1 day left in the quarter. So there's a reason why Tesla does this. Like, right, they need to sell more vehicles, they need to squeeze in a bunch of vehicles before the end of the quarter, end of the month, and so there is deals to be had. But the crazy thing here is, if you buy one of these, you most likely will have to use Tesla financing, because credit unions and other banks that have better rates will not be able to turn around and get you financing. And so, of course, we did a poll on the channel the other day. How did you finance your Tesla purchase? And 35% said Tesla financing. But on this channel, we do talk about how to get the best rate, how to get the best deal, how to get low interest rates on your Tesla purchase. And the biggest resource, of course, is credit unions. So definitely hit that subscribe. Definitely check out previous videos. And if you want the full list, check out the Patreon link down below in the description to get the full exact list on all the steps on how to actually join in, get the best rate, and save a bunch of money on your not car insurance. Because sad day for car insurance as well, because Costco, it looks like they pulled out of the California market, if you missed that video yesterday as well. But definitely a good amount of deals out there. Let me know what your thoughts on it. Let me know what you're thinking. Do you like some of these deals? Are you trying to pull the trigger? I know with 1 day left, it's going to be tough. But I mean, look at this one right here. 2023 Tesla Model 3 rear-wheel drive, 19 miles on it. Almost a $2,400 discount. Definitely a very good deal in my opinion. So in this next topic, it looks like the EV tax credits might be at risk. And not because it's going to be April 1st or the end of March and it's going to come to an end, but because Senator Manchin does not like how the U.S. Treasury is rolling out these EV tax credits. So we'll take a look at it, because Reuters posted an article, and Senator Manchin might actually sue the U.S. Treasury regarding these EV tax credits. So we'll take a look at it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description, but more on that later. All right, so let us take a look at this. We'll back up a little bit. If you don't know what is going on, there is a Model 3 and a Model Y, Tesla, of course, and both of these vehicles, as of today, March 30th or March 31st, qualify for a $7,500 federal tax credit if you take delivery by March 31st, because the Treasury Treasury and the IRS are supposed to issue more guidance on how the 7,500 federal tax credit is supposed to be, I guess, like disseminated to the vehicles and which vehicles will actually qualify. And so here's a great article from Edmunds where it actually goes into all the different guidelines of the EV tax credit. But the TLDR is basically you as an individual have to qualify as yourself, and the vehicle that you purchase also has to qualify. So pretty easily, Model 3 and Model Y qualify as of today, but it could end in 2 days, right? And when I say you as an individual has to qualify, it's based on your income. So if you're single, around $150,000 or under $150,000, you could reap the full benefit, all the way down to about $70,000 to $80,000. That's the threshold. Married people, I don't know. Actually, I never really looked at it, but you basically have to have a $7,500 tax liability or above. And if you're a W-2 employee, you pay taxes every single paycheck, so you basically get that all back. And there's tons of videos out there, and there's tons of videos on our channel that we talk about that tax credit, so you can kind of watch that to go into all of that. But Senator Manchin does not like how the EV tax credit is being rolled out by the Treasury and the IRS, but maybe more specifically because commercial vehicles actually qualify for the EV tax credit. And so what manufacturers have been doing is they've been rolling that 7,500 federal tax credit that they get because they are a financial company, a lease company, and rolling it right down to the customers on leases. And so we went to go check out a EQS today because there is basically a stack of discounts where you can actually get on top of that. And I actually saw on a web dealer website some pretty interesting stuff where I'll show you exactly what I am talking about. So on a Mercedes deal, you can see 7,500 lease bonus cash. You can see 2,500 electric rebate, 1,500 cash, and this and that. So these manufacturers are actually rolling this 7,500 federal tax rate right down to the consumers. And so that's kind of skirting what Manchin wanted with the 7,500 federal tax rate, because Manchin wanted America to reap the benefits of this 7,500 federal tax rate. He didn't want taxpayer credits or taxpayer money return to credits going to, where these batteries, minerals are being sourced from. And so that's where he put these two guidelines and restrictions into the 7,500 federal tax credit. You basically, 3,750 came from the battery minerals. It has to come from America or a free trade department, and 3,750 has to come from the battery components as we manufactured in the US or a free trade agreement. And it seems like a lot of the industry, a lot of these electric vehicles out there, the battery minerals don't come from America or free trade agreements. And a lot of vehicles also might not be manufactured or coming from America as well. And so that's why the Model 3 standard range is due to lose at least a portion or even the full amount of the 7,500 tax rate. That's why you see right here at the top of the screen on Tesla's website, 7,500 federal tax rate is anticipated to be reduced from Model 3 because potentially maybe the batteries are sourced from China and maybe the vehicle is also manufactured in China. So that's why this could actually change or completely disappear for the Model 3. But looking at the Model Y, it's a different story. It just says may qualify, and there's really no wording of any sort of disappearance. And so if we take a look at this article, Manchin doesn't seem to be very happy with it because the Treasury is kind of skirting around all of this, and potentially that's why we've been delayed on this, why we've been given the extension of this 3-month of being able to take advantage of this 7,500 federal tax rate for the Model 3 and Model Y, because the IRS kind of delayed the announcement of what vehicles actually qualify. And so this is not what he wanted. That is not what Senator Manchin wanted. And so he might go and try and sue the Treasury and the IRS, which I'm not sure what that could do. Maybe it could delay even more guidance being released potentially, which would be good for us, right? That we could buy more Model 3s and more Model Ys and get a 7,500 federal tax rate. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. I mean, we're supposed to get more news by the 31st of March, which is essentially hopefully today or tomorrow, whenever this video portion of the video comes out. But let me know what your thoughts on it. So it's going to be very interesting. But before we get into our next topic, we'll actually go into the live stream chat, because that's kind of the benefit of the live stream chat. You can ask any questions you want, and I get to almost every single one of them. But this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is a Patreon link where you can support the channel, and there's a variety of benefits, but some of them include actually scheduling a call with me, where you can ask me any questions about buying a Tesla, selling Tesla, or even financing a Tesla. And after you join the Patreon, you get a link to my buying guide, which is links to all the resources I use to get the best possible deal at the best financing rate. So definitely check out if you're interested. Patreon link down below in the description. Water break. How's the vocals today? I was messing around with the EQ. I'm pretty much a noob at EQ stuff, and so I was trying to fix it. But if you're just joining in, there is really good discounts in my opinion. Finally, I've been waiting for this. And these are vehicles or discounted vehicles that I would personally buy. So 19 miles on the odometer, almost a $2,400 discount for a Model 3 standard range, and performance, Model Y performance. It's funny, I always tell myself I would never get a Model Y performance, but these deals are kind of hard to ignore. Like this one right here, 2023 Model Y performance, white on white interior, 5-seat, only 3 miles on the odometer, and almost a $1,800 discount. This is basically the price of a Model Y long range with 20-inch rims right now. And of course, you get all the different performance goodies and also essentially better value, or hopefully retained value, because it's a performance. It's more niche. It's a higher valued vehicle, quote unquote. So stack this with the $7,500 federal tax rate if you can take delivery by tomorrow. Stack this with a $2,000 CVRP credit for California, or $4,000 for New Jersey. That makes it into a very, very, very good deal. So let me know what your thoughts on that. D Hong, welcome back, Dennis. Thank you. Crusher, sup, Dennis? No, sup, Crusher. Thanks for coming in. What's the crane you're always recommending? High Tower? Yeah, High Tower. I want to take delivery, but I need the best rate. Danny, check out the Patreon link down below in the description. Man, my delivery date is in May now. Patel, dang, yeah. It's crazy. A lot of people got pushed and some people got pushed up, but try some of the EDD hacks on the channel. I just talked to someone earlier today that said the EDD hack actually worked and they got a bumped up delivery. Ron John, hey, welcome in. If tax credit disappears, does that mean to use Tesla prices will go up? Maybe. Model Y inventory in Canada has dried up. Ooh, gotcha. I guess it's a hot deal in Canada. The $1,800 off is roughly the $2,000 increase Tesla added back previously. That's a great point, Crusher. But I guess maybe not everybody has a locked in lower price. Picked up a Model Y Performance tomorrow in Sunnyvale, and they are throwing in a free tow hitch incentive flying from LA. Nice. So yeah, Tesla does have this free option credit type of program that they do sometimes, but that's cool to see that they're doing it on the tow hitch. I have not heard a use case in which the tow hitch was thrown in. So congrats to you, and congrats on taking the trip up to buy a Tesla Model Y. Oh wow, it seems like it's worth it. Yeah, 100%. I found Model Y long range this morning and switched to take delivery tomorrow, but Tesla says they can't get temp tags fast enough. That's interesting. I think you messaged me on Patreon, right? Sorry, I haven't gotten back to you, but that is really weird because they should be able to issue temp tags no matter what. So I'm not sure. Rubio, what's the discount right here on this screen? Model Y and Model 3 has decent discounts, $2,000 to $3,000 off. Only change was the better tires. Nice. Joshua, it took me 5 days to apply, get the approval, and receive the check from USFSU. Picked up a Model Y long range last Tuesday. I'm so happy. Nice. Congrats to you, Joshua. You need to take delivery of the car or before March 31st. Otherwise, you won't get the credit. Yes, 100%, Bobby. And anybody that just picked up a Model Y or Model 3 or really any Tesla for that matter, check out the links down below in the description for our accessory list, our partners for the added accessory discounts. We got Tamai, really good interior stuff. Jawway, really good phone mount for your Tesla Model 3, or Y Tesloid, good entry-level floor mount for your Tesla vehicles. MAGBAK, I would say a premium phone mount for your Tesla that actually looks very OEM. And then of course 3D Mats USA, a premium floor mat that is partnered with the channel. Links down below in the description if you want to check them out. Any finance and insurance recommendations for Canada? Actually not sure, sorry. My car was updated to 2023.6.9, but software update failed. Has anyone seen this before? Not exactly sure. Maybe try and do a soft reset. How is the new updated? Not sure. Oh, the park assist. Yeah, the park assist is pretty horrible. Is it better than nothing? Try and update it again. Will the delivery date be pushed if I change the cover of the car? Probably not, but maybe try changing the rims to induction rims. Big question is, will Tesla lower prices on the Y in 2. I think so, but who knows? Who knows? Actually, no, because the chimes are so annoying when I'm far from hitting something. Yeah, park assist is tough, I would say. Dennis, how's your experience with the Tesla dealer technicians? Are you satisfied with their services? Are they quality or are they inferior like the build Tesla cars? Mixed bag. I mean, some locations are better than others. I've been to Burbank. I've been to Buena Park. I would say Burbank. I mean, I've only been to two. Actually, no, I've been to Santa Monica as well. Santa Monica was cool. Burbank was cool. Buena Park, it's okay, right? So it's a mixed bag. It really depends on who you get, and maybe that person might still be working there, or they might not actually still be working there. Who knows? But that's the thing with service, right? In Tesla's service department, or really any department, it's kind of the opposite of a sales department, right? Like sales, they're always bringing good news, right? Buying a new car is exciting. People love that experience. You're getting something new. But service, you're literally just dealing with unhappy people all the time because something is wrong. They're coming to you to fix it, and they want it fixed ASAP. It's kind of like, so you should hopefully I feel some empathy for service people because all they deal with is basically upset customers. Kind of the same with like IT people. I know there could be some people that were here work in IT, in the IT department, maybe even the help desk department. And it sucks because literally people only talk to you, well, not only, but people come to you with their problems, their IT problems. And so it's definitely tough. I feel like a tough job at the end of the day, just like service, especially Tesla service, because Tesla service, there's definitely a lot of build quality issues with Teslas. Patel picked up the Model 3 rear-wheel drive today. Nice. Congrats. Hopefully you got your financing all squared away and you got a good deal on your Tesla. So we got one last topic, just a little story. I thought it'd be fun. We actually test drove a Mercedes EQS and EQS SUV today, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on it. And of course, I showed it really briefly on why we went to go test drive because I've been hearing and I've been seeing some really good deals out there. So we'll talk about it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it. But basically, just getting the best thing on a Tesla with the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And so let us get into this. So this is where it all started, right? Of course, Zach Black Model 3 on Twitter posted this the other day in where he helped his father or his dad pick up an EQS 450 Plus. And so, I've always liked the look of the EQS. I like the interior technology and things like that. And so I asked him what was the payment, and he said down here $780 a month plus tax. So that looks interesting, right? I mean, I feel like that looks interesting to a lot of people, especially because this is a $100,000 vehicle, if not $100,000 vehicle plus, and it also has 2 years of free charging. And so I mean, granted, we are a Tesla fan. I am a Tesla fan. I like Teslas. I've had 4 Teslas so far, Model 3, Model Y, S, and now the Model X. I don't think I'm going to sell the X for a while, but you got to keep your eyes out there, right? See what deals are actually still good out there. And when I see a $700 payment on a $100,000 vehicle, I get curious, right? Especially when it has 2 years of free or 2 or 3 years of free charging. And so I don't know if you've seen videos of the interior of these types of vehicles, but that screen looks very, very nice, right? But I'll tell you, when I got into it, it wasn't I guess my expectations were a little higher and it came down a little bit. But I'll show you why we actually got into why we went to go test drive, right? Because look at these incentives. We got $7,500 lease bonus cash. We've got $2,500 electric rebate. We got $1,500 in conquest cash, and of course 2 years of free charging and free prepaid maintenance. So of course they use all these incentives back to back to back to get down to a payment of $780 a month. But when we drove it, I was less than interested, I guess. When I got into it, it wasn't as I was expecting. It kind of felt a little. It's a weird thing to say a Mercedes is cheap, I guess, but I was not actually impressed. I was actually more impressed about the EQS sedan than the EQS SUV, but it kind of just was meh to me at the end of the day. So, but maybe I just concluded that I'm not necessarily a Mercedes-Benz fan because, I've driven a lot of BMWs in the past, and I guess the interior just did not jive with me at the end of the day. The tilt of some of these screens on the EQS SUV was a little bit off-putting, and I think the sedan, if I had to buy one, if if I had to choose one between the two, I would say the sedan was a little bit nicer at the end of the day. But of course, the dealer we were at did not pencil the deal at $780 a month, or did not give us a first payment of $780 a month. They tried and come at like $1,200 with like 10 grand down. So it didn't make any sense at the end of the day. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Those are kind of my thoughts on the EQS. And so definitely check it out if you're interested. It still could be, definitely certainly an interesting vehicle for some people, but I guess I concluded that it is not for me at the end of the day. But then I saw this. I saw this from Holmar's blog catalog. This, of course, is the new Porsche Cayenne interior that is not EV at the moment, I don't think. But taking a look at this, I mean, I guess I just like this connected screen look between the driver, the middle, and the passenger side. And because we are used to the Tesla, where it's just one iPad in the middle of the vehicle, and so it's just different, I guess. We just want what we can't have. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. We're going to jump into the live stream comments to round out the stream. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link, so definitely check it out. Link down below in the description. Water break. If you're just joining in, welcome. Tesla has clicked or pushed the discount button, and there are deals that I would actually purchase. We got Model 3 standard ranges, rear-wheel drives with $2,000 discount with only 19 miles on the odometer. And this is really what really more intrigued me is Model Y Performance. Two of them right here, or a handful of them, with 3 miles, 4 miles on each of them, white with white interior, silver with black interior, blue with black interior, and a $1,800 discount. So this is basically the price of a Model Y long range with 20-inch induction rims. So you might as well just pick up one of these, get more, I guess, value, because you get a higher vehicle price or a higher vehicle build and get a nice deal on that. Retired in Florida. Hi, if the Tesla 3 loses the $7,500 federal tax credit to $3,750 on March 31st, will and when Tesla lower the price of the Model 3, I would say they won't drop it right away. And the reason why I say that is because Tesla ran a $7,500 discount on the Model 3 and the Model Y in December of last year. They ran it for like almost a whole month, give or take, or no, half of the month. And that disappeared on January 1st. And so there was this lull in which nothing happened. I bet they sold maybe a handful of vehicles for people that didn't qualify for any tax credit or they didn't care. And they waited all the way till January 12th. And that's where they announced massive discounts across the board. That's when the Model 3 long range or the Model Y long range went from $66,000 down to $53,000, basically a $12,000 to $13,000 discount. And so my prediction is if on April 1st, April Fool's Day, Tesla loses the $7,500 federal tax credit, or if that any of the other, I think Tesla will wait a couple weeks because it is only the first quarter or first month of the second quarter. They'll wait a couple weeks, see if people start to cancel, see if people start to uproar, and then they'll drop the price probably 2 weeks in at that moment. So they probably won't do it right away. They'll probably wait a little bit at the end of the day. Patel, any updates on the tax credit? Nothing. Yeah, I mean, I really thought it was going to be today, but it does not seem like it is. No tack. Picked up my Model Y long range today. Wanted to buy a CCS adapter, but discovered it is not available through Tesla parts. Any suggestions? There's definitely other Tesla parts or Tesla companies that sell, off-brand Tesla accessory companies that sell CCS adapter. And I'm pretty sure actually one of our Tesla part accessories on the list here, I think they do. I think Jawa actually sells a CCS adapter. We can take right here, charging adapter, and discount code is on the screen right there. You can get, I think it's actually 10% off for Dennis. We changed the code. Let's actually test it. So yeah, CCS adapter. I don't know if this is the exact one, but we're just going to see if it actually works. And go to cart. Hopefully we don't put in the, where's the promo code area. Let's see here. Oh, let's see if promo code Dennis works. There we go. We've got CF Tesla 5. How much is that? That's not 10% off. That's 5% off. What? They didn't change it, I guess, yet. But promo code Dennis 5, $7.50 off. Not bad. 5% off. But Jawa's got one, so you can definitely check it out if you are interested. I have a Model S on standby order. Nice. What do you recommend I should order, or should I take order or wait, expect them to reduce price or more in quarter 2? That's a good question actually, because we have not taken a look at the Model S inventory or Model X in a while. Let's see. Nope, still $83,000. So they're not budging at all on these. What about Model X? I think the lowest price was like 90, still $92,000. So they're kind of just holding strong on the Model S and Model X for some reason, because they've got a handful of inventory out there. But Model 3 and Model Y, they're inching closer and closer to the lowest pulse price. You can see right here, Model 3 rear-wheel drive, almost $40,000. I want to see this vehicle, the Model 3 standard range, start with a 3, like a 39,990 price, but I think we can't see that just yet. Random question, I just jumped in. Would you recommend to do tint on a Model 3? Yes, 100% I would. And actually, I've got a shop that I can recommend you to if you are in the SoCal area. Shout out to Jason at OC Tint Solutions. He's actually tinted my past 3 Teslas. And so I would definitely check them out. They've got good material, 3M ceramic, and they've got really good quality work because, I mean, they've done my past 3 Teslas. And they also do PPF, paint protection film. But if you don't believe me, just take a look at their Yelp reviews. 5 stars. 415 reviews. I mean, you literally cannot beat that. All you have to do is go to their website, go to the inquiry form, fill it out, and say Dennis from YouTube sent you, and he'll get you the YouTube or my Dennis deal for tint on your Tesla. J-Bay, do you have any thoughts on the Chevy Bolt EV? I heard it's the cheapest EV right now. I would love to. No, I would just get the Model 3 standard range, because yes, you're going to be paying more for the Model 3 standard range, but it's going to be really hard to find a Chevy dealer that will sell you the Bolt without any sort of markup. So I would just get one of these demo Model 3 standard ranges, but wait a little bit, because there could be some price discounts coming soon for the Model 3 standard ranges, because if it loses that tax credit, who knows, right? Hi, Viacom. Sorry, Jordan Lane. Any confirmed news about the Model Y rebate changes for April delivery? Not yet. Probably tomorrow, I guess. I definitely thought it was going to be today, but it seems like it's going to be tomorrow. Picked up a Model Y Performance on the 28th and 50 miles on it, while 15 miles on the paper. Is that normal? Yeah, it's perfectly normal. As long as it doesn't have like thousands of miles, then you should be fine. Hey, Dennis, order Model Y Performance. I got 8 EDD changes from my original delivery day of 3/25. Any idea what's going on? It got pushed to April now. That's kind of just how it is. Unfortunately, Tesla will change EDD dates whenever the heck they want, and unfortunately that's just kind of how it is. But try some of the EDD hacks on the channel that we talk about, see if you can get it earlier. I got it for $79K. Nice, congrats. What do you think will happen in Canada? No idea, actually. Juan, no, thank you. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for joining. Thanks for supporting. Thank you all for hitting that like button. Definitely hit that subscribe, because we did 2 giveaways this month. We gave away a MAGBAK phone mount charger for your Tesla Model 3 and Model Y, and we gave away free tints for your Tesla. Of course, if you're in the Anaheim, OC, SoCal area. But you know, if we can always do more of those. I mean, I want to do at least 1 to 2 giveaways every single month, because I want to give back to the channel. I want to give back to everyone that comes here and supports us, supports this. So definitely check it out and hit the subscribe. Waiting to buy a Plaid, hoping end of year discounts or free charging promos. Yes, last December was crazy with a bunch of discounts across the board plus free charging, and I 1000% expect that to happen again this year. So definitely, if you're waiting to get a Plaid or a Model S or Model X, deals will be here, or deals are here, and there will be more deals coming. But thanks for watching this video, guys. Thanks for watching the live stream. We'll be back tomorrow, probably a little bit early, like 5 to 5:30 with our usual scheduled programming. Thanks for hitting the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.